Shocking family feuds, betrayal, secrets, and justice. When blood turns against blood. They say blood is thicker than water, but what happens when family bonds turn deadly? Betrayal, greed, long-buried secrets. Some family feuds escalate to a point of no return. This is the chilling story of a family torn apart, where love turned into vengeance, and a hidden truth that took years to unravel. What really happened behind closed doors? And why did it take so long for justice to be served? It started with a frantic 911 call on a quiet suburban evening. The caller, an emotional voice trembling in panic, reported a brutal attack inside a family home. When officers arrived, they found a scene straight out of a nightmare.
Blood on the floor, a body left in the hallway. Signs of a struggle, but no sign of forced entry. The victim was found in the hallway with multiple stab wounds. At first, it looked like a burglary gone wrong, but something didn't add up.
Nothing had been stolen. No shattered windows, no broken locks. But one thing was clear, this wasn't a random crime. This was personal. The crime scene investigators got to work, meticulously collecting evidence. Blood spatter analysis, fingerprints, and DNA samples, all crucial pieces in solving this twisted puzzle.
We ran luminal tests across the house, and what we found was shocking. Blood trails leading to areas that had been cleaned. Someone had tried to erase the evidence. A single drop of blood in the kitchen sink, barely visible to the naked eye, provided the first major breakthrough. DNA testing revealed it wasn't the victim's.
This blood sample changed everything. It meant that the killer had injured themselves in the struggle, and that meant we had their DNA. As detectives pieced together the case, multiple suspects emerged. Family members were questioned, each with a different version of events. Alibis were inconsistent, and tensions ran high. They argued all the time. It was like walking on eggshells around them. At first, police focused on a former family friend, someone with a criminal past. But their alibi checked out. Then, a financial motive surfaced. We discovered that the victim had recently changed their will. A substantial inheritance was at stake, and one family member stood to gain the most.
A dark family feud escalates into murder when a brutal attack is discovered at a home, leading investigators to uncover deep-seated betrayal and hidden financial motives among relatives, culminating in a gripping courtroom trial. Then came the breakthrough that cracked the case wide open. The forensic team compared the DNA found at the scene with those of the suspects, and it was a match. The killer wasn't an outsider. It wasn't a stranger. It was someone the victim trusted, a close family member with everything to lose.
The DNA results were conclusive. There was no doubt about it. The killer had been inside the house before the attack, and they had tried to cover their tracks. I never thought someone in our own family could be capable of something like this. We were supposed to protect each other. The case went to trial, and the courtroom was packed with reporters and family members searching for answers. As the prosecution presented their evidence, a chilling truth emerged. The feud had been boiling for years. Arguments over money, resentment over old wounds, and a growing sense of entitlement. But no one thought it would end in murder.
This was not a crime of passion. This was premeditated. The defendant planned this murder, then tried to stage it as a burglary. Based on the overwhelming evidence, this court finds the defendant guilty of first-degree murder.
The guilty verdict brought closure, but for the family, the damage was irreversible. A home once filled with love was now just a reminder of the tragedy that unfolded within its walls. How does a family reach this point? Could this have been prevented? And how many warning signs did they ignore? Some family feuds simmer for years, but few explode into something this dark and deadly. In the end, justice was served, but the scars of betrayal will never fade.
What would you do if someone you trusted turned into your worst nightmare? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dive investigations into shocking true crime cases, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay safe and stay vigilant.